A new dawn for Alexandria. A Dungeons & Dragons adventure. Session 8. Assaulting the Senses. Hark, my lords and ladies of the royal court, and his eternal highness. I trust that you reveled in the greatness of the opening festivals last night, as did I. Now, this morning, gather close, for I, Rahim, your humble herald, shall recount the next chapter in the saga of Alexandria. A tale woven with valor, sorrow, and the pungent aroma of... well, you shall see. At this point in our story, the air hangs heavy with grief, as Mamok, his broad shoulders burdened, set off towards the city center market, the lifeless form of a Luvitar slung across his back. Arcane, Titus, and Rune, their hearts heavy, followed in his wake, a somber procession through the shadowed streets. Before they reached the bustling market, Mamok gently laid Iluvatar's body by the roadside, seeking an audience with the Retma guards who patrolled the western gate. Arcane, ever resourceful, attempted to conceal their grim burden, striving to make it appear as though Iluvatar had merely succumbed to the excess of spirits. Titus, in his own unique way, assisted by delivering a swift kick to Iluvatar's head, sending the unfortunate sorcerer sprawling into a nearby pile of refuse. Having concluded his discourse with the Retma guards, Mamok procured a wheelbarrow, intending to transport Iluvatar's remains back to the Conclave building. A plan was devised to further disguise their fallen companion as a drunken reveler. Alas, their collective search yielded no alcohol. Thus, Titus, ever the pragmatist, offered a more organic solution. He emptied his bladder upon Iluvatar's body and into the wheelbarrow, a generous offering that, while effective in masking the scent of death, replaced it with a far more potent aroma. With their disguise complete, Mamok, Titus, Rune, and Arcane wheeled their melodious cargo into the city center market, heading north towards the Conclave. The citizens of Alexandria, their noses assailed by the overwhelming stench, recoiled in disgust, retching and gagging as the wheelbarrow passed. Upon reaching the Conclave, they encountered two guards from the House of Crodwin. Through a combination of stealth and guile, they managed to slip past their mission unhindered. They ascended to their chambers via the lift where Phil, their loyal Parshman slave, awaited them, having diligently guarded their possessions. The ever-practical Mamok asked Phil to request an immediate audience with Bright Lord Hunthughes or his scribe, Geoffleeth. With that unpleasant business concluded, they wisely deposited Iluvatar's reeking corpse onto the balcony and retired for the night. That night, two of our heroes experienced dreams that would forever alter their destinies. Rune found himself transported to the celestial plane, a realm of ethereal beauty where celestial beings tended to the souls of the mortals. He witnessed his companions sleeping peacefully, watched over by these benevolent entities. Then he beheld Iluvatar himself, his broken form bathed in celestial light, surrounded by kneeling figures. A female celestial emerged, offering Rune a book, and saying, "He wanted you to have this." Arcane, also in his slumber, revisited his apprenticeship as a wilderness guide, recalling the wisdom of his mentor and the gentle spirit of his mentor's wife, a woman deeply connected to the natural world. Upon awakening, Arcane discovered that his bed had sprouted tiny white and yellow flowers, a sign that he had chosen a path in harmony with nature. The following morning, Bright Lord Hunthughes himself arrived, accompanied by Giafleith. Over breakfast, they discussed the events of the previous night. Hunthughes, aware of the fire Mamak had set, informed them that it had spread, igniting the fury of the local populace. However, he expressed satisfaction with the report he received from our heroes. He encouraged them to cultivate relationships with the other noble houses, hoping openly that they would ingratiate themselves to the other houses while serving as informants for House Hunthughes. He also reiterated his desire that our heroes assist him in convincing the other houses that a centralized policing force be necessary. He then revealed the name for this force, calling it the Crown's Guard. A name laced with irony, meant to mock House Slimbot's desire for a mage court. Hunthughes, mindful of the attention his visits were drawing, instructed our heroes that he would not be contacting them directly again, advising them on a dead drop by which they could contact him through Giafleith. After Hunthughes departed, Rune initiated a discussion about their next course of action. Our heroes resolved to accept the quest offered by Bright Lord Nikolai Retma. Upon reaching the conclave level, Mamak was once again approached by a parshman who cryptically asked him, "Who are you?" Mamak's response seemed to disappoint the parshman, who offered no further words. Arcane, meanwhile, located members of House Retma and was introduced to Sal Miyaka, Bright Lord Nikolai Retma's niece. Arcane accepted her uncle's quest, and Sal promised to relay the message and provide further instruction. It was then that Sal inquired about the name of this adventuring party, and it was in that moment, fair lords and ladies, that our heroes were first known as the adventuring party whose name has hidden behind the scenes through the ages. The adventuring party known as Piss and Death. So we shall follow the exploits of Piss and Death as our adventure continues during this, the 10th anniversary of a different adventuring party. That one, as you are all well aware, known lovingly as the Five. Lords, ladies, your highness, I bid thee good morn.